Well, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Blacktown International Spotspark. I'm Luke Eisenhower and I will be bringing you this game. It is your Manly Eagles taking on the Baulkham Hills Kookaburras in the second grade grand final of the New South Wales State League. A nice warm day here out at the ballpark. You're watching on EBSN Eagles Baseball Sports Network. And underway right at the minute is the pre-game plate meeting. We'll bring you the umpires for today. Behind the plate, calling balls and strikes will be Jason Spurway, and it looks like Jordan Taylor will be up the first baseline and Jerry Cobb up the third baseline. Your three men in blue in action for the grand final today. And the lineups now for both. My apologies, we just lost the audio there, so I'll go through that lineup for you again whilst it's still on the screen. James Percival, he's in centre field for the Baulkham Hills Kookaburras. He'll lead off from the bottom of the first. Mitch Ellison hitting in the two-hole. He's at shortstop. Tom Roberts, he's at second base. Stephen Courtney's the third baseman. Craig Lewis is the designated hitter. Caleb Shepherd doing the catching. Jack Warwick in right field. Chris Oxspring will play first base, and Will Edwards is in left field. And on the mound for the minor premiers is Mitchell in skip. And then your Manly Eagles, brought to you by the Raelius Group. Brad Zorn leads off. He's at shortstop. Shohei Ariyama elevated into the two-hole today. He's in right field. Daniel Goodsall is at second base. Brendan Haythwaite is your catcher. Ash Roberts is at first base. Luke Brown in right field. Ben Sutton is the designated hitter. Adam O'Neill in centre field, and rounding out in the 9-hole is Trent Nickel, and he will play third base. Leo Matsuo, the New South Wales second grade pitcher of the year, will get the start today. Those lineups brought to you by the Raelius Group and Seventh Day Brewery. We do thank our sponsors for their support during this season. And we're moments away from first pitch. Right, the starting pitcher, Mitch Inskip, just going through his warm-ups. Manly bench looking primed up and ready to go. In earlier games, it was MacArthur knocking off Blacktown in the under-18s grand final before Blacktown routed Baulkham Hills 10-1 in the third grade grand final. Baulkham Hills scoring early and often in that one. And unfortunately, we are behind the netting here at Aquatic, so we'll just have to put up with that in both of our main shot and our centre field shot. And we've got the corner cameras in action as well as the dugout cam. And the first pitch to Brad Zorn is in there for strike one, and we're underway here. Good luck to both of these teams. Brad Zorn fouls that one off over the grandstand and out of play onto the road. No balls, two strikes. Inskip quickly ahead here. The third game of action today out here at Blacktown International Spotspark. Grand final day, a week later than planned, but it always seems to be the way. Thankfully, we're getting this one done today. And a very good welcome to everyone watching on the line. Feel free to send us through some comments, and we'll be sure to chat to you whilst we're calling this one. This is going to be a good game. It was a very close encounter 3 weeks ago now in the major semi-final. That's going to be hit to the left side and over to first for the out. So Brad Zorn is retired on the ground out. Big hello to SD Aussie 99, tuning in from San Diego in California. Says he played for both clubs. Inskip misses down for ball one. And pitch to Ariyama on the outside corner from Mitch Inskip. So 1 ball, 1 strike for the Manly right fielder. And that one just missing on the outside. So Inskip looking to stay away from Ariyama. Does have a very potent bat. 2 balls and a strike now for Shohei. 2-2 the count. Fouls that one off into the screen in front of us. Bounces over to Dan Goodsell in the on-deck circle. Getting bumped down a spot today with Ariyama back up in the 2-hole. Ariyama drives that one into right field. Jack Warwick, couple of steps back for it. He makes a catch out there. That's the second out here in the top of the first inning. Nice bit of hitting there by Ariyama. Just a little bit too much lift on it. And that's a second out here in the top of the first. Goodsell now steps up for the Eagles. Takes the first pitch on the outside for strike one. Mitch Inskip getting ahead early in the count. One and one. And pitch missing low, ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Goodsell just getting hit on the elbow guard there. So Manly with the first base runner of the afternoon, and we'll bring up the first baseman for the Eagles in the form of Ashley Roberts. Goodsell with the lead at first, but not going anywhere as Ash Roberts takes strike one from Mitch Inskip. And pitch a little bit inside. Ball and a strike. That one fouled off, out of play. Count will remain 1 and 2. And missing up and in. So Inskip just a little shaky to start with, but this is a 9-inning game, of course, so plenty of time for Inskip to make adjustments. He does have 2 out in his favour. That one hit into just over to second base, so Tom Roberts will make the catch at second base, and that'll end the top of the first. And we'll have the Baulkham Hills side hitting when we return in the bottom half of the first inning. So bottom of the first here, it's going to be James Percival to lead things off. Leo Matsuo on the mound for the Eagles. Percival shows bunt. TJ Nickel comes screaming down the line, but first pitch from Leo is a little bit off target, so 1 ball, no strikes. James Percival. Just inside the ball 2. And Leo finds the zone, and that's strike 1 to James Percival. That one does miss, so 3-1 now. And in there for strike 2, so it fills up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And pitch hit into the quarter by Percival, but into the bullpen and out of play. Counter remain 3-2. And it will be ball 4 for James Percival, so it will be a lead-off walk. And that's what Leo Matsua has struggled with a little bit this season, so we'll be hoping that he can control it in the final game of the year. Most important one. The pitch will miss down for ball 1. Mitch Ellison, the shortstop, hitting here with runner on first base. Missing again inside, so 2 balls, no strikes for Mitch Ellison. And ball 4, so back-to-back walks to start this bottom of the first inning. Yeah, Matsuo with a bit of a job to do here. Tom Roberts will step up. He picked up the second grade hitting award. Leo gets the first pitch. Tom Roberts in there for strike 1. Needs plenty of them now. With a couple of runners on. Baulkham Hills threatening to score first. That pitch missing up and away, so 1 ball, 1 strike. And in there for strike 2. 1-2 will be the count. Matsuo ahead for the first time this afternoon. On the outside corner, strike 3. Huge strikeout for Leo Matsuo with 2 runners on here and nobody out. Finds the zone, goes straight on the outside corner for strike 3. And fires the next pitch straight in the same spot. Stephen Courtney, the hitter. Leo Matsuo will start from ahead on Steve Courtney. No balls, 1 strike. Nice curveball there. Gets Courtney swinging and a missing. 0-2 now. Just the spot he wants to be in. And just a little bit high for ball 1. One out here in the bottom of the first. And foul off. Brennan Haythwaite jumping up, but just missing the ball. Get a foul tip for the strikeout. Big hello to Paul Goodsall, watching up on the north coast. Hope you're doing well and you're safe and out of trouble up there, mate. Another curveball on the outside corner, fouled off by Courtney. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strike. Courtney doing a good job of hanging in here. Fouls that one off over our head and over the stadium. We're a little bit exposed where we are seated here. So we will be looking towards the sky when foul balls do go up that way. Hoping that they don't fall on top of us or any of our equipment. Another pitch here for Steve Courtney. Good 6-pitch at bat so far. Can't get the curveball on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And pitch up and away, so Courtney able to work the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on and 1 out here in the bottom of the first for the Eagles. Suo goes down and gets Courtney to foul off into the bullpen, so Stephen Courtney get another chance. Look for another mistake from Matsuo. Craig Lewis waiting on deck. 3-2 pitch from Matsuo. Double play would certainly be handy here. Lifts that one up. Out of play again. So Courtney going real deep into this one. We're up to pitch number 10. About to come from Matsuo. And a big strike 3 by Leo Matsuo. Gets Courtney swinging and a miss, and that's the second out of here. Both of them by the way of the strikeout. Goody, I think you might have missed the betting on that hit by pitch, by my accounts. In there for strike 1 on Craig Lewis. By my accounts, Goody, I think the hit by pitch happened before you messaged me. Hopefully you might have got it on before it happened. But it's paid out straight away if you did. Outside corner for strike 2. So straight away Leo Matsuo is ahead. Craig Lewis. Matsuo looking for the punch out. Just misses down and in. Great spot to miss there by Matsuo. Can't get strike 3. One ball and 2 strikes now for Matsuo. Another big pitch coming up here for the Manly starter. Gets the ball on the ground. But it's foul. Just in foul territory. Just trickled up the line. So Manly dodge a bullet there. Slow roller up the third baseline. Luke Brown bearing down on it. So the counter remaining 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Suo looking for a big third out. Baulkham Hills looking for first runs in this ball game. And he does get the strikeout. Great performance by Leo Matsuo in his first inning. They're always long, but he gets 3 strikeouts after walking the first 2 batters, and after the top of the first in the books, it's 0-0 here in the New South Wales State League second grade grand final. It looks like there was a bit of a late change to the starting lineup for the Eagles. Luke Brown is in left field, not right field. And Brendan Haythwaite and Ashley Roberts have flip-flopped in the batting order. Although I did call Ash Roberts in his last at-bat. And that's in there for strike 1, 2 balls on a strike for Brendan Haythwaite. Normally a first pitch hacker, but going up there with a bit of patience today. Different kind of ball game for him. Needs to make Mitch in skip. Oh, that's right back at me. That was right at me. So 2-2 now. And Inskip climbs the ladder and gets the first out. Brendan Haythwaite goes down on strikes, and it's 1 away here in the top of the second. And it will be Luke Brown to bat now for Manly. Starts with strike 1 from Mitch Inskip. Down at the knees. No one missing down. One on the count. taking the outside corner, so 1 and 2. And that one sailing over the head. So Manly with a base runner here. Probably recorded an error against Stephen Courtney. Manly with their first base runner of this top of the second. So runners on base in each inning so far. First pitch from Inskimp to the Manly designated hitter, Ben Sutton, is a ball. Ball 2 there for Ben Sutton. And takes ball 3 away. So Sutton, Inskip just nibbling at the corners here, not able to find the zone. So 3-0 coming for Ben Sutton. And it is in there for strike 1. Three and 1 now for Suts. Puts that one on the ground. Ben Sutton almost getting himself out of that double play, but it is the twin killing to end the inning. Roberts turning the second part of it. And a big lunge at the end by Ben Sutton, but he just can't get his foot on the base before the ball hits the glove. So after the top of the second here, it is Baulkham Hills and Manly get to score. So Caleb Shepherd will lead things off for the Kookaburras. He's got the task of getting The bottom half of the second inning underway. One ball, one strike. Caleb Shepherd. Correction, two strikes. Don't have Andrew here today to keep me in check, so I'll have to be doing it myself. We are a lot closer to the action today than normal, which is a good thing. Brendan Hathwaite calling for the pitch up. But Caleb Shepherd not falling for it. Takes the first ball. In this at bat, one ball and two strikes. That pitch just missing down. So it'll be ball two, 2-2. Matsuo looking for a quick second inning here. He's got 6, 7, 8 hitters to contend with. Curveball from Matsuo in the dirt. So Shepherd showing very good patience, working all the way back from 0-2 to 3-2. Just what you want from your leadoff man, and it is ball 4 to Caleb Shepherd. So Matsuo now with 3 walks and 3 strikeouts on the afternoon. Jack Warwick will step up. Came up with the game-winning hit. Major semi-final 3 weeks ago. It was a high fly ball which couldn't be tracked down with 2 out and loaded bases. Finds a strike zone there. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Up the middle. In the dirt on the turn, they get Shepherd at second base. Can't get Jack Warwick at first, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the second. Chris Oxspring will hit now for Baulkham Hills. And so almost getting the pitcher's best friend. Two and 0 here to Chris Oxspring. Check over at first. This is with ball 3, so Matsuo just he's in the zone again. And he will take ball 4, so it's going to be a 1-out walk. And once again, Matsuo will have to face runners on first and second. But this time he does have 1 out in his favour. Will Edwards pitching now. Oh, sorry, batting rather. No pitch, just missing down. Couldn't have been too much in that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. But then Haithwaite liked it. He thought it was good. No pitch missing up. 4 ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Matsuo looking for a big second out. 9-hole hitter, shows bunt. Does get it over to first base in time. Good work by the pitcher, Matsuo. Gets the ball up. Gets it over to first. Baulkham Hills, though, now with runners in... 2 runners in scoring position. At second and third. Warwick at third. Oxspring at second. And back to the top of the order for James Percival. Matsuo starts Percival with the ball outside. A little bit in and up. 2 balls, no strikes. And that's ball 3, up and away. So Matsuo does have first base open. Mitch Ellison is waiting on deck. And that's in there for strike 1. So able to find the zone on this one. Free pitch. Percival taking there. Would suspect he's probably going to take again. 3-1 the count. Runners on second and third. Try and get a mistake out of Matsuo. Driving the first runs of this ball game. Matsuo looking for another strike, but he won't get it. It will be ball 4, so does load the bases, but it is 2 out. And Baulkham Hills will hand the baton over to Mitch Ellison. And we'll see a visit from Manly manager Simon Loud. Early visit here for the manager, so we'll take a quick break. And we'll be back with the rest of this second inning. Mitch Ellison takes strike 1 from Leo Matsuo. Hopefully the meeting on the mound has just calmed Leo down a little bit. And a nice swing and miss gets strike 2. So these meetings on the mound tend to do wonders. Let's see if Leo could complete the third out here with Ellison deep in the hole, 0-2. Fouls that one off to the screen. Counter remain 0-2. Does get the strikeout, so Matsuo doing it all himself. Gets the strikeout to finish it. 6 strikeouts for Matsuo. 5 strikeouts rather. He did get the sacrifice bunt for the second out of that inning. So after 2 in the books, we still have no score on the Procar Automotive scoreboard. So it'll be Adam O'Neill to lead things off here for the Eagles, top of the third inning. And Mitch Inskip misses down for ball 1. Big hello to all the Renegades and the Redbacks players. And it would have just wrapped up their Manly Minor League Grand Final. Still waiting on a score update. Unfortunately, couldn't see anything on John Farrant's Game Changer when I went to have a look. So, if any of you guys are watching, send me some info on what happened. Renegades were the $1.10 favourites in that one. And Adam O'Neill keeps his hot streak against Baulkham Hills going. He gets aboard here in the first inning. First hit of the ball game. And Manly have a runner on first and nobody out. And it will be the 9-hole hitter, Trent Nickel, to bat for the Eagles. Check over at first, keeping O'Neill close. It's in there for strike one. So 1 ball and 1 strike for the man affectionately known as TJ. Back on the lineup tonight. Played in the major semi-final. Missed out in the prelim final. Simon Loud opting to go for a little bit of experience with TJ. Tom Butler playing a very tough third base at times. He will be used later in this game. And he takes that down for ball 3, so 3 balls, 1 strike. Trent Nickel just checking in on the signals, making sure he's got the right one. 3-1 the count. Let's check over at first. Baulkham Hills aware of the speed of Adam O'Neill. Keep him close over there. And strike 1, or strike 2 rather. Top of the zone. Given by home plate umpire Jason Spurwaite. So fills the count up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. List that one into left field. Straight down the throat of Will Edwards out there. So that's the first out here in the top of the third. First out. Strike 1 to Brad Zorn. Back to the top of the lineup for the Eagles. Ian Skip able to find the zone on the first pitch. Check over again on Adam O'Neill at first base. Back there standing up. 1 ball and 1 strike for Zorny. In there for ball 2. I certainly don't think anyone would miss you out there, Scott Fielding. It's only a swimming presentation. There will be plenty more, I'm sure. But good to see you tuning in. Was very looking forward to having you sit next to me this afternoon to call this one, but you can call it to yourself. So 3-1 to Brad Zorn, Manly's lead-off hitter. And doesn't get the high strike this time, Mitch Inskip, and it will be ball 4. So Manly with runners on first and second for the first time this afternoon. And it will be a quick conversation for Caleb Shepherd with his pitcher Mitch Inskip. Of course, Zach Shepherd playing this afternoon in game 1 of the first grade grand final. Inskip misses away, 4-1. Manly looking for first runs here this afternoon. Swing and a miss on that one. Yama just a little bit behind it. 1 ball and a strike. Ariyama, of course, doing a lot of work on the mound for Manly in first grade. Pitching the bulk of innings on Wednesday nights and then playing in the outfield on the weekends. So 1 and 2 now for Ariyama. And that's up for ball 2, so evens the count. And a big hello to Tommy Organ watching from Bathurst. You can't be here today, Tommy. I'm sure you would have been here last week if the heavens hadn't opened. So thanks for tuning in, Tommy. Certainly enjoy the feedback that you give me on a week-to-week basis. Ariyama doesn't chase ball 3 outside. So 3 and 2, full count here for Ariyama and the Manly Eagles. Runners at second and third. O'Neill at second. So second and first. Zorn at first. Big 3-2 pitch coming here. Ariyama leaves it down, draws the walk, ball 4. And Manly load the bases and have the hit by pitch king in Daniel Goodsall. And just back to Paul Goodsall for a moment. I'm sure the odds on Daniel getting hit by pitch would have been about $1.30, so not a bad investment. So Manly now really in the thick of things here. Big opportunity to get an early run or early runs. Brad Zorn does have good speed. He's at second base. Shohei Ariyama also does move well across the ground, so the opportunity for Manly to get 1, maybe 2, and get on the scoreboard here. Goodsall takes that one just above the belt for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside on the corner for strike 2. Ellison really working that outside corner on a lot of these Manly hitters. Staying away from the middle of the zone. Just missing a little bit inside the zone. And that's a little bit further outside. Doesn't get the swing from the veteran Goodsall. Played well over 400 games for the Manly Eagles. Hopefully in the off-season we'll be able to calculate exactly where that number sits. May even be closer to 500. Oh, that's up and over and off the roof, so we're out of danger this time. Count remains 2 and 2. So save me calling you SD Aussie, shoot me through your name so I can address you properly. And Goodsall down on strikes. Good pitch there by Mitch Inskip to get Goodsall swinging. So 2 out here. It'll be Ash Roberts. Manly wanting the first run of this ball game. First pitch to Roberts is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. And Inskip missing down again. So 2-0 for Ash Roberts. Good hitting count here. Another very experienced player in this Manly lineup. That ball hit straight at the shortstop. And Baulkham Hills get out of the bases, a loaded jam. And that ends the top of the third inning. We'll have Tom Roberts, Stephen Courtney and Craig Lewis to come up when we return. So bottom of the third here. Both teams unable to score. Manly with the only hit of the ball game. Tom Roberts taking that first pitch up for ball one. Was the first of 3 strikeout victims in the first inning with 2 runners on. 4 strikeouts so far for Ariyama. Has given up 5 walks, so just needs to even up those numbers a little bit. And that pitch well away, and Brendan Haithwaite unable to get a glove on it. So 3-0 to Tom Roberts. And that will miss for ball 4. So lead-off walk. For the third consecutive inning for Leo Matsuo. That will bring up Stephen Courtney. Matsuo finds the strike zone for strike 1. Straight back up the middle, Stephen Courtney. Adam Manila will round it up and get it back in to Dan Goodsall at second base. Baulkham Hills with their first hit of the afternoon. So much like the first inning, runners on first and second, nobody out. Showing bunt. And that one thrown into left field. Matsuo trying to get the lead runner. And that'll be the first run of this ball game, and it'll still be Baulkham Hills whose runners on now on second and third, none out. And the first run of this ball game on an error by Leo Matsuo. Caleb Shepherd now the hitter. Out off the first pitch you saw and then took strike two there. That pitch just up high for ball one, so 1 ball and 2 strikes. None out here. Runners on second and third. Manly infield drawn in. That pitch just missing outside. Brendan Haythwaite unable to handle it. Lucky it wasn't strike 3. Zach Shepherd would have been off to the races. And it would have been a coin toss as to which player they would have been able to get out. And that pitch down and in. It'll be another run. Baulkham Hills applying the pressure here. Still nobody out. Craig Lewis moves up to third on that wild pitch. Three balls and 2 strikes now the count to Zach Shepherd. Doesn't look like anyone's warming up, although Zach Murphy he started to make his way up to the bullpen. He might need to get a bit of a wriggle on. Moved on the ground. Daniel Goodsall with the flick. Keeps Craig Lewis at third base. And that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the third. And Manly with their first out. An important out here. And brings up Jack Warwick. First pitch to Warwick is ball 1. Swing and a miss. 4 strike 1. 1 ball on 1 strike. To the Baulkham Hills right fielder. Just missing up top. 2 balls and 1 now. Baulkham Hills looking for a third run in this inning. Infield still drawn in. Fouled off right side. Out of play. Just misses that one. Feels the count at 3 and 2. Another foul ball off the bat of Warwick. Can remain full. So big pitch here for Matsuo. Really wants this second out. He will get it. Nice slider there by Matsuo. Gets Warwick swinging and a miss, and for strike 3. And that's 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We'll bring up now the first baseman for Baulkham Hills, Chris Oxspring. Leo Matsuo gets him looking at strike 1. And another nice pitch in there from Leo for strike 2. So 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning without any more damage. Misses with a high fastball up and out of the zone. It was Baulkham Hills that scored first in the major semi-final, scoring 2 in the bottom of the 1st inning before Manly replied with 3 runs of their own, courtesy of an Adam O'Neill inside the park home run, which was later recorded as a single and an error. So maybe we'll see something similar here when we, providing Leo Matsuo can get out of this inning with any more damage. So Matsuo just nibbling on the outside corner, not able to get Oxspring to swing and miss. 6 walks, 5 strikeouts so far for Matsuo. A couple of those walks coming back to hurt him. Straight back up the middle too. Bradley Zorn picks it up. Strong throw across the diamond in the dirt, but picked up by Ash Roberts at first base. Manly get the 3rd out of the inning, and they won't have any more damage. So after 3 innings in the books on the Procar Automotive scoreboard, it's Baulkham Hills 2, Manly 0. So Brendan Haythwaite will lead things off here. For the Eagles. That's in there for strike 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's going to hit him on the booby, and that'll be a hit by pitch, second one on the day for Mitch Inskip. And Manly, 4 innings for lead-off or not lead-offs, but 4 runners on each time, or runner on in every inning so far. So Manly just need to capitalise here on the opportunities they've been given. Luke Brown takes ball 1 away from Mitch Inskip. Check over at first on Haythwaite, but he's down and dirty. It was 5 innings of work for Mitch Inskip in the major semi-final, giving up 8 hits, 4 runs, only 1 of them earned, and 2 walks. And upstairs for ball 1 has 2 walks and a hit by pitch so far today. So 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and similar numbers here so far. Well, no strikeouts in the previous game. As Luke Brown takes strike 1. Good patience shown by Brown at the plate. Very accomplished two-way player. Currently leads the averages for the Eagles. Ball on the ground. Off the base there at second base, and there won't be an out. Brendan Haythwaite sliding in. Jerry Cobb waving his hands in the air to indicate that Tom Roberts came off second base and he won't get the out. So Manly will have runners on first and second and nobody out. And will bring up the designated hitter, Ben Sutton. Chance here for Manly to reply. A pitch in there for strike 1. Still nobody out here, top of the 4th. Outside corner for strike 2, so Inskip coming back straight away with 2 quick strikes. Soft one to third base, picks it up, steps on the base. Just gets the out over there at third base. First out here in the top of the 4th inning. Bit unlucky there. Bang, bang play at the bag. And as they say, got to beat the ball. And that's the first out here. And we'll bring up aforementioned Adam O'Neill. Picked up the first hit of the ball game with a single up the middle in his previous at bat. Currently swinging a hot bat against the Baulkham Hills side. And a pitch missing inside, so 2-0 to O'Neill. Luke Brown stands at second, Ben Sutton over at first. 1 away here. Top of the 4th inning. A pitch on the outside corner for strike 1, so 2 balls and 1 strike now for Adam O'Neill. That ball lifted high into left field. And it well caught out there by Will Edwards. Second out off the bat Inskip doing enough to get the outs. So you take them whichever way you get them. And Manil's retired, just second out of the inning. And bring up the number 9 here, that Trent Nickel. Hit slowly on the ground to the shortstop. We have one play at second. Tom Roberts makes the catch and finishes the out. And that is the end of the fourth inning. Manly unable to score. Baulkham Hills 2 lead Manly 0. It'll be Will Edwards to lead off for the Baulkham Hills side here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Made a nice catch to retire Adam O'Neill for the second out in the top of the fourth. In there for strike one ball on the strike. Yeah, Matsuas needs to work hard. Try and keep his pitch count down. Start attacking the zone a little bit more and get some quick outs here in the fifth inning. That ball will get down into centre field. So, Baulkham Hills with their lead off on again. Check over at first. And looking for a shutout inning here. Keep Baulkham Hills to just the 2 runs. That pitch missing down for ball one. Top of the lineup is James Percival. It's up for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Fouled off strike one. .85 pitches so far for Matsuo. Five strikeouts, 6 walks. In there for strike two. 2-2 now to James Percival. Manly no runs on 1 hit, 1 error. Baulkham Hills 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors. Fouls that one off. And out of play. Just missing low. Matsuo feels the count up, 3-2. Another foul ball off the bat of Percival. It's going to get out of play. And that'll be ball 4. And James Percival will draw the walk. And again, Baulkham Hills have runners on second and third with nobody out. Matsuo now up to 93 pitches. Really needs to bear down and work hard and get some outs here. Looks like Zach Murphy is active up in the bullpen. Mitch Ellison fouling off. First pitch from Leo Matsuo. Out of play. No balls, 1 strike. Showing bunt now, Ellison. Brendan Haythwaite picks it up in foul territory. No balls and 2 strikes for Mitch Ellison. Strikes out for the second time today, and that is that big first out that Leo Matsuo needs with runners on first and second. We'll bring up Tom Roberts. Oh for 1 today with a run, a walk and a strikeout. First pitch down for ball 1. So you think this will be the last inning that we see Leo Matsuo today. As his pitch count climbs up near 100. That pitch gets out of play for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike for Tom Roberts. Roberts takes ball 2. A little bit low. 2-1. That ball hit to Brad Zorn. And no play. Bit of a bobble there by Brad. And everyone will be safe. Roberts will reach on the error. And Leo Matsuo will face a lot of bases. And only one out. So Stephen Courtney will bat. Third time in the batter's box for him. He's 1 for 2 so far, scored and struck out. That ball lifted. That's going to be multiple runs as it gets over the head of Luke Brown. This could be a bases clearing shot from Stephen Courtney. All the way to the wall does Brown go, and all the way from first does Tom Roberts come. Stephen Courtney's into second with a stand-up double. And Baulkham Hills have blown this one out 5-0 now. They lead in the bottom of the 4th inning. And manager Simon Loud will come out and make a quick look up to Zach Murphy, who's returning from the bullpen. And Leo Matsuo may face his last batter here in the form of Craig Lewis. That ball lifted in the air. It's going to be Daniel Goodsall underneath it. And he does make the catch over there in shallow right field. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Craig Lewis goes down. He's hitless this afternoon. And Manly have their second out here in the 4th inning. And I'll bring up Caleb Shepherd. 0 for 1 so far with a walk. A pitch from Matsuo is in for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Missing inside for ball 2. 2-1. Matsuo climbs over 100 pitches now. I think this would be his last batter. And that's in there for strike 2. It'll change up there from Matsuo. Gets Shepherd looking at that, and that's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Matsuo 1 strike away from finishing the 4th inning. And that's outside ball 3. So 3-2 now for Caleb Shepherd. And it will be ball 4. So Matsuo walks Shepherd for the second time this afternoon. You get to face Jack Warwick. Over 2 with a strikeout. Takes ball 1. Missing down for ball 2. On the ground to Trent Nickel at third base. Can't make the out at third, so we'll have the bases loaded again. And that will likely be the end of Leo Matsuo. Simon Laird just comes out of the dugout. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. So top of the 5th here this afternoon. It's the New South Wales State League second grade grand final. And it's the Baulkham Hills out to a 5-0 lead. And it's back to the top of the lineup for the Eagles. Brad Zorn taking ball 1. Fouls that one off Out of play, 1 ball, 1 strike for Zorn. Manly no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors. Baulkham Hills 5 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors. Manly have given up 8 walks to 2. And they pitch down and out of the zone for ball 2. Outside corner there for Zorn, so 2 and 2. Mitch and Skip locating his pitches very nicely. Clear game plan for him today. It's to attack the outside corner. And Zorn fouls that one off into foul territory, but it's handled by Mitch Ellison behind third base, and that'll be the first out here in the top of the 5th inning. Manly still trailing by 5. They need to get the bats going. 1 hit and 2 walks, and a pair of hit by pitches is all they've been able to manage. 7 quality at bats for Manly as opposed to Baulkham Hills 18. Shai Ariyama steps in. He takes ball 1. Two and 0 for Ariyama. And pitch away for ball 3. So 3 and 0 for Shohei. And he draws the 4-pitch walk, so bit of 1-out action here for the Eagles. Chance for them to get something started here in the top of the 5th. And we'll bring up Daniel Goodsell. Oh for 1 with a strikeout and a hit by pitch so far today. And that pitch is in there for strike 1. A ball and a strike for Goody. It's in there for strike 2 at the knees. So ball and 2 strikes for Dan Goodsell. Pitch missing up. 2 and 2 now. Fouls that one up into the sky right side. Chris Oxspring over and makes a catch. And that'll be the second out here in the top of the 5th inning. So Manly unable to get anything going so far. 2 out. I'll bring up Ash Roberts. Roberts takes ball 1. Skip comes back with a strike on the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ariyama stands at first, takes his lead. Ball 2 to Roberts, who's outside. It's just moving out of that one just in time to draw ball 3. And straight back into the zone for Mitch and Skip for strike 2. So full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out. So here Ariyama, you think, would be taking off on the pitch. He does, but it's ball 4, and it will be a pair of walks on base for the Eagles. This one, the 2 out walk, moving Ariyama up to second. And Caleb Shepherd will just go and calm his pitcher down. Not too concerned, I wouldn't think, with the 5-0 lead. As we saw in the major semi-final, a 5-run lead is no certainty. So now it'll be Brendan Haythwaite to bat for the Eagles. Checks his swing at that one, but called strike 1 by Jason Spurway. Ellison with the first pitch strike. Swing and a miss on that one, so Haythwaite now in the 0-2 hole. 0-2, 2 out, runners on first and second. Haythwaite gets a piece of that one, but that's only going to go as far as the road and out of play. Can remain 0-2. Skip looking to put this inning in the books. Curveball away, not offered at by Haythwaite. 1-2. The count. Outside corner. And that is strike 3 for Brendan Haythwaite. He goes down looking, and that finishes the top of the 5th inning. Baulkham Hills lead this one 5-0. So Will Edwards would leave things off for the Baulkham Hills side. Couple of balls to start Edwards. And Edwards will draw the lead-off walk. Murphy just probably needing a batter to get accustomed to the mound out there. Very tidy performance by Murphy over the course of the season. Only appeared in 6 games, probably a little bit underused. Pitched in 9 1/3 innings. Only giving up 2 earned runs on 7 hits, 11 walks and 9 strikeouts. Very handy ERA of 1.93. And Murphy just missing a little bit low there on James Percival, who bats here for the 4th time this afternoon. And that's in there for strike one. So Murphy's found his groove. And 1-1 now to James Percival. Swing and miss by Percival for strike 2. So Murphy attacking the zone, just what you want your pitcher to do, especially coming into a ball game where you're trailing 5-0. Don't want to give the opportunity for the opposition to extend their lead in any way. And curveball just falls out of the hand a little bit there, so it'll even the count at 2-2. Down in the dirt, but knocked down well enough for Haythwaite to keep Will Edwards at first base. Defensive change for the Eagles also. Josh Beasley has come into the game to play shortstop. So Brad Zorn is done for the afternoon. Find out whether that's just change or whether there's an injury to Brad. Percival fighting that one off out of play over the top of the grandstand. So 3-2 to James Percival. And that's going to miss for ball 4. So a common theme for the Eagles today has been putting runners on first and second with none out. And it's the same here again. But this time Zach Murphy just struggling to find the zone early in his outing here. But the double play is in order, so we'll see if he can find it. Strike 1 there from Murphy. Mitch Ellison, the hitter. Over 2 strikeouts. Does have a walk, which was back in the first inning. Fouls that one off. High and out of play. So 0-2 to Ellison. Pitch missing away, so 1 and 2. Good spot to miss there, Murphy. Ellison does have 2 strikeouts, so good spot to try and get into swing and miss. Down in the zone where he can't hit it. Interestingly, James Percival has drawn a walk in all 4 of his at-bats so far today. So getting the job done in the leadoff spot. Fouled off. Can remain 1 and 2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Manly running out of innings to score. And Skip doing a good job controlling the Manly lineup. He's only given up 1 hit so far. Pitch count at 105, and he certainly isn't showing too much sign of tiredness. Ball 2 to Ellison, so 2 and 2 the count now. In there for strike 3, inside corner. Mitch Ellison goes down, looking 3rd strikeout for today. Manly with a very important first out here in the bottom of the 5th. Tom Roberts comes in and fouls off the first pitch he sees from Murphy. No balls, 1 strike. Over 1 for Tom Roberts. Fouls that one off again, out of play. So 0-2 for Murphy. Curveball just missing up for ball 1. It's not quite getting it where it's supposed to go just yet. It's young Zach. And he does get the strikeout. He's going to be out though on the swing. Brendan Haythwaite blocking it, knocking it back into play. Tom Roberts with the out with first base occupied. Nice pitch there by Zach. Breaking ball. Finally gets it a break where it's supposed to go. Does move the runners up to 2nd and 3rd though, but 2 outs. It'll be Stephen Courtney. Fouls off the first pitch he sees. No balls, 1 strike. To the Baulkham Hills third baseman. And another one fouled off just above our head. So 0-2 now. Murphy looking for strike 3. get this over and done with, and hope Manly can start clawing back this 5-run deficit. Does pull it through the left side. It's going to score 2. Luke Brown won't have time to come up. He does throw it offline. And it's going to be a double for Stephen Courtney, his 3rd hit of the day. Back-to-back doubles for Courtney. And another pair of RBIs. It's 5 runs driven in by him today. And it is now Baulkham Hill 7-0. So things just not going Manly's way today. We'll bring up Craig Lewis. Oh for 3 and a strikeout. With the strikeout. Lifted high and deep. Luke Brown with a long run back. And it falls just in front of the wall. So a bit of warning track power. Baulkham Hill supporters thought it might have gotten out, but it just fell before the track. But it is another run on the scoreboard. And it's now 8-0. Stephen Courtney scoring from second base. Caleb Shepherd now takes strike 1 from Zach Murphy. Second pitch he sees is a ball, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Still 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Baulkham Hill starting to apply the blowtorch. That's going to be lifted high into centre field. And it will be Shohei Ariyama over there to grab it. So Manly do get the 3rd out, but it's another 3 runs on the board for Baulkham Hills. They lead this 8-0 on the Procar Automotive scoreboard. So big job here for the Eagles. They are down 8-0. We're in the top of the 6th. Looked like it was heading out of the ballpark, but it does hang up here. So got to hit it pretty hard to knock it out. To an 0 to Luke Brown. And a couple of quick strikes. Evens the count at 2-2. And swing and a miss. So Luke Brown down on strikes, got ahead 2-0, then couldn't manage to get bat on ball, and that's the first out away in the top of the 6th inning. New pitch up for the Baulkham Hills side is Lucas Wood. And bring up the designated hitter for the Eagles, Ben Sutton. Foul tip into the glove, but held on to by Caleb Shepherd. Lucas Wood through 3 innings in the major semi-final, giving up 6 hits, 3 runs, striking out 2 and hitting 1. That was a long time ago, plenty of time for him to get better, and it looks like he's heading that way. And another strikeout for Lucas Wood. So a couple of quick outs for the Baulkham Hills side as they look to keep the pressure on. Ben Sutton down, swinging at that one. And another one in there to Adam O'Neill. Going to hit here with 2 out, top of the 6th. One ball, 1 strike. That one down in the zone. It's in there. Strike 2. So 1 and 2 for Adam O'Neill. Picked up Manly's only hit so far today. Pitching from Baulkham Hills has been very, very tidy and clearly executing the game plan that they came in with. And Adam O'Neill will go down on strike. So a 1-2-3 inning for, I think, the first time today. And Baulkham Hills are in complete control of this one. They lead 8-0 as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Jack Warwick will lead things off here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Manly looking for 0 on the scoreboard. If there are any chance of scoring and winning this one as we head to the final innings. Murphy starts with a pair of balls out of the zone. That's in there for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike for Jack Warwick. In there for strike 2. So found his groove, has Zach. Evens account at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Manly looking for the first out of an inning on the first at bat of the inning. That'll bounce away to the back fence off the shoulder of Brendan Haythwaite. Won't be too thrilled with that. So 3-2 count for Jack Warwick. And swing and a miss. So for the first time today, Manly have retired the first batter of the inning. Jack Warwick going down on strikes. His second strikeout of the day. 1 for 3, 1 for 4 now for him. And we'll bring up Chris Oxspring. Over 2 with a walk. Zach Murphy just missing a little bit high. On the ground to Ash Roberts at first base, and that'll be the first out. Second out, rather. So 2 quickie shouts here for Zach Murphy. Looking to help his side. Stay in this one. 3 innings to go. 9 outs, and they trail by 8 runs. And we'll bring up Will Edwards down in the 9 hole. Misses a little bit low for ball 1. Oh, got me. You had one job, and that was to catch the ball. Near miss there as the ball does bounce back towards us off the foul. 1-1 here for Will Edwards. Punches that one well out of play. No harm of that getting us. So Manly no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors. Baulkham Hills 8 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. As we play here in the bottom of the 6th, 2 out. Curveball just missing outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Just misses down low. And with Lucas Wood pitching in the last inning, Mitchell Inskip is done for the day. 5 innings of work. That ball up the middle and into centre field. And Will Edwards will continue this 6th inning for the Baulkham Hills club with a single back up the middle. And we'll turn the lineup over back to the 4 walk man, James Percival. But Mitch Inskip, 105 pitches, strike percentage of 51.4%. Only the 1 hit, no earned runs, no runs given up at all. 3 strikeouts, 4 walks. He's in line for the win here in this second grade grand final, providing his team can finish the job. They lead 8-0. James Percival just takes that pitch down. And we just had a little bird on top of our main camera. Leo Matsuo, 4 innings pitched, 116 pitches, strike percentage of 51.7, 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, 6 strikeouts, and 8 walks. He did have 1 hit by pitch. On the ground, straight through Zach, and through the glove of Josh Beasley coming around him. And Manly unable to get that one. That'll be James Percival's first official at-bat of the afternoon. I would say it's probably going to go down as a hit. Deserves to be a hit up the middle. Josh Beasley just not able to get it in the glove. And this inning will continue. Runners on first and second with 2 out for Mitchell Ellison. Done a very good job at shortstop for his team tonight. Ball in the dirt blocked by Brendan Haythwaite. No, it was recorded as an error to Josh Beasley, so James Percival stays perfect with no hits in no official at-bats. That ball lifted into the sky, and it's going to get down. Another long run for Luke Brown. Picks up, throws it to the cutoff man in Josh Beasley, and it's a triple for Mitch Ellison. And we are now in mercy rule territory here in the bottom of the 6th. We're 3 outs away, potentially, from this game being over unless Manly can get some runs when they bat in the top of the 7th. And it's a stand-up triple for Mitch Ellison to knock in another pair of runs for the Baulkham Hills side. Very well deserved. A very strong performance here, rather, by the Baulkham Hills side. And they are in the box seat to defend the title that they won last year. Tom Roberts batting now. He lifts the first ball he sees from Zach Murphy into foul territory. That bullpen getting a fair work out of foul balls today. Just a reminder that we do have our Manly Eagles presentation coming up on the 10th of April. It will be held on the hallowed turf of Aquatic Ballpark. You can get your tickets online, $55, 3-course meal. And that is the 10th of April from 6 p.m. on the playing field at Aquatic Ballpark. So make sure you get your tickets to that. Certainly will be another great night in celebrating another season in the books. Not quite finishing the way the Manly side wanted to in the second grade this afternoon. All the information up on the social media channels, Facebook and Instagram. That ball punched right field, right side. Shohei Ariyama runs in, makes the catch. And that is the end of the 6th inning, but another couple of runs on the scoreboard for the Baulkham Hills side. And as we head to the 7th and possible final inning on the Procar Automotive scoreboard, it's Baulkham Hills 10, Manly 0. So Tom Butler hit here for the Eagles leading off the 7th inning. He was a defensive change in the previous inning, coming in for Trent Nicol at third base. And batting in the 9 hole, he'll lead things off. And he needs to start a bit of a rally here for the Eagles. They need at least one to send this game into the 7th and ruin the shutout. They pitch inside for ball 3, so 3-1. Manly looking to at least get on the scoreboard and finish this game with a bit of dignity. Baulkham Hills were able to spoil the Blacktown shutout in 3rd grade, scoring a run in the last inning. So hopefully that might be a bit of an omen here. Manly trying to score a run here, send this game into an 8th and possible 9th inning, keep whatever slim hopes they have alive. Butler now 3-2, Lucas Wood coming out and getting the job done. Butler fouling that one off. Get another chance. Up the middle. And a nice play by Ellison, but it won't be enough to get Butler at first base. Stops it from going into centre field. But Butler will be aboard with a hit, only Manly's 2nd hit of the afternoon. And for the first time tonight, it'll be Josh Beasley. We'll see what our under-18 MVP can do. That pitch in there for strike 1. Fouled off, 1 ball. Sorry, no balls, 2 strikes. Josh Beasley coming into this game as a replacement for Brad Zorn. That ball right side. Going to get down. Jack Warwick, bit of a run over to get it. So Manly with a couple of hits here in the top of the 7th, trying to keep their things alive. He's going to bat with 2 out. 2 on. Nobody out. And he gets strike 1 straight down the middle. Takes that one. So can Shohei knock in Manly's first run of the afternoon? Still plenty of time for them. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ariyama. They need to get something started here against Lucas Wood. They got runs off him in the major semi-final. No reason why they can't do something here today, but they need to get at least 1 in this inning. Ariyama fouls that one off. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks, so a hitter with plenty of patience at the plate. One and 2 for Ariyama. Strike 3, outside corner. Great pitch, well located. And that is just more of that plan the Baulkham Hills have obviously come to the grand final with tonight, attacking the outside corner. And that's the first out here in the top of the 7th. Baulkham Hills 2 outs away from securing back-to-back second grade championships. Dan Goodsall swings at the first pitch he sees. Strike for Goodsall. Pitch upstairs, ball 1. 1-1 for Goodsall. Butler stands at second, Beasley stands at first. Dan Goodsall on the ground, but foul and out of play. Steve Courtney getting across and picking that one up. Had the potential for a game-ending double play there, but got out of play for foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Dan Goodsall now. As the lights start to take full effect here at Aquatic. Sorry, not at Aquatic, at Blacktown. 1 and 2 for Goodsall. No swing on the check swing. Much to the displeasure of the Baulkham Hills supporters. Two and 2 now. So it's 3-2. So Daniel Goodsall draws the walk, and that will load the bases for the Eagles. And Caleb Shepherd will just go out and have a quick chat with his pitcher. Manly threatening here. They want to keep playing baseball. Got a big opportunity to do it now with Ash Roberts up at the plate. Did go 0 for 5 rather, but all 5 of those outs were hard hit balls either to an outfielder or an infielder, and the last 2 at bats was straight to the second baseman on both occasions, but absolute rockets off the bat. He takes strike 1 from Lucas Wood. No balls and 1 strike. To Courtney at third, steps on the base, throws it across the diamond, and the throw is too high, and Manly will score their first run, and they will avoid the shutout, and we will at least play in the bottom half of this 7th inning. Manly able to load the bases and get a ground out off the bat of Ash Roberts, and Tom Butler comes across the plate, and Manly are on the board. Stephen Courtney just unable to get the 5-3 double play. Maybe he wants another at bat. He's due to lead off in the bottom of the 7th and has has 5 RBIs to his name. He's obviously credited with a single then a double. Brendan Haythwaite, the batter now. Hathwaite found that one off. Staying alive is Hathwaite. Good sort second. Roberts at first. Fouls that one off. It's going to be a long run for the right fielder, Jack Warwick, but gets out of play. Hathwaite going deep into this one. So 1-2 to Hathwaite. 0-2 to Hathwaite, rather. In the dirt. Well blocked by Shepherd. And up the middle, Brendan goes, but Mitch Olsen picks it up and stands on second base. Ash Roberts will be retired on the fielder's choice. And we're going to head to the bottom of the seventh. Manly trailing 10-1 on the Procar Automotive scoreboard. So it will be Stephen Courtney to bat here to lead things off in the bottom of the seventh. He's 3 for 4 tonight with 5 RBIs. That ball hit to Butler at third. Picks up, throw across the diamond. And just like that, one pitch, one out. And we have an out here in the first. Zach Murphy, back-to-back innings where he's retired the first hitter of the inning. And that out bringing a great cheer from the supporters in attendance tonight. Disappointed that there aren't more Manly supporters out here. A few of them were tied up with minor league action, but Craig Lewis now, who had that warning track double in the previous inning. 2 balls, no strikes. Back to Murphy, picks it up, and playing his position, fires it over to Ash Roberts at first base, and they have 2 outs here in the seventh. We might even get into the 8th. The ceremony committee have set up in preparation for the ceremony, thinking it may have been finished by now, but Manly fighting all the way to the death. And Caleb Shepherd swings and misses that pitch from Zach Murphy. Manly 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors. Baulkham Hills 10 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. But it was the 10 walks that the Manly pitchers have given up. Struck out 9, but walked 10. Baulkham Hills giving up 5 walks, striking out 7. Lucas Wood with 4 of those strikeouts. Mitch Inskip with 3. 2 innings of work so far for Mitch Inskip. Lucas Wood, 43 pitches, 70% strike rate, giving up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, striking out 4, walking 1. Curveball in there for strike 3. So Zach Murphy gets all 3 outs. Manly don't really realise what they've done. They've put up a 0 after 4 innings of crooked numbers on the scoreboard. And that will be the end of the 7th inning. We're going to go to the 8th. Manly. There's still a chance, but they've got plenty of work to do. They trailed 10-1 on the Procar automatic scoreboard. So it'll be Luke Brown to lead things off for the Eagles here in the top of the 8th innings. Had a very busy afternoon, chasing quite a few balls over his head and to the fence. Baulkham Hills 6 outs away from wrapping this one up. Or 1 run. But first they've got to get 3 of those 6 outs. Oh for 3 for Brown, 1 strikeout. And a pitch down in the dirt for ball 1. Hits the ball hard, but only to Stephen Courtney at third base. Picks it up, throws it across a diamond. High throw, but Chris Offspring, showing years of experience there, makes the leap up, grabs the ball, puts the tag on Luke Brown, and that'll be the first out here in the top of the 8th inning. Stephen Courtney doing good work out there, getting the ball in his glove, just struggling with his throw a little bit. But this time kept it in some range of Chris Offspring, who's able to do the rest of the job and get the first out. Ben Sutton now for the Eagles, and that's down for ball 1. Starts fouling that one off into the screen. One ball, one strike for the Manly DH. Inside for ball 2. Three and one for Ben Sutton. And that's in there for strike 2. Ben Sutton trying to buy the walk, but Jason Spurway wasn't having any of it. May have been a little bit up. Top of that zone's been 50-50 tonight. And Ben Sutton will get a 3-2 pitch here. Grounds the ball to Stephen Courtney again. Comes in, a couple of extra steps. Throws it over the top again. So 3 times he's made the throw over the first. 3 times it's been high. Only once they've managed to get the out. And this time Ben Sutton will be safe at first base. And Manly will have a base runner here. And that'll be all for Ben Sutton. His afternoon is done. Manly going to send in a pinch runner in the form of Zach Newbold. And it will bring up Adam O'Neill. 1 for 3 with a strikeout. First pitch Adam O'Neill sees. He's ball 1. A little bit inside. Manly making Baulkham Hills work for the end of this game. Outside corner, but missing for ball 2. 2-0. So Lucas Wood, after a couple of good clean innings, just falling behind a little bit here on both Sutton and O'Neill. (2-0) to O'Neill. Good hitting count for the Manly centre fielder. But only gets it as far as the shortstop Ellison to Roberts for 1. Beats out the throw, and that is a tough call at first base. Adam O'Neill called out by first base umpire Jordan Taylor. Chris Corey is going to argue the point, but Jordan Taylor just drifts into right field. Looks like he wants to get out of here. And that is the end of the 8th inning. Manly not able to add to their tally. They're going to come to the bottom of the 8th, trailing 10-1. So Zach Murphy back out onto the mound. Inning at number 4 for him. And pretty effective through his 3 runs. Got into a little bit of trouble in the 5th and the 6th. But finally got a clean inning in the 7th. Did have 2 out in that 6th inning before Baulkham Hills got onto him a little bit. And Jack Warwick lifts the ball hard. Another long run for Luke Brown. He's going to enjoy a bath this afternoon. Don't know what happened out there. He seemed to have had it, and then Jack Warwick turned and went to second, and it's going to be a stand-up double for Jack Warwick. So Chris Oxspring will bat now, 0 for 3 tonight with a walk. Looking to drive in this 11th run and finish this ball game off. Punches that ball high into the night. Adam O'Neill camping underneath it. He will make the catch. Long throw, but Jack Warwick just beats it over there at third base, standing up. And Chris Offspring moving him over to third base, and the game-ending run now 90 feet away for the Baulkham Hills side. It's only been a clinic by them offensively, put the ball in play when it has mattered, and their pitching has also been top-notch. With Mitchell Inskip and Lucas Wood getting the job done. Lucas Wood working 3 innings. He'll get the save. Mitchell Inskip will get the win. Will Edwards now the hitter. Looking for his third hit of the day. Has 2 for 2 with 3 runs and a walk. So that pitch gets away. Jack Warwick will cross the plate and score, and that is the ball game. Baulkham Hills 2-1. They finished too good. They finished this one 11-1 victors. And as both teams shake hands, Baulkham Hills just too good. Getting it done on the mound with Mitchell Inskip. 5 innings of shutout ball through 105 pitches, striking out 3, walking 4. Lucas Wood coming on and getting the save. 55 pitches, 2 hits, 1 run. That one, the only earned run of the ball game for Baulkham Hills. That'll be a hefty fine, you would think, for him, but he did strike out 4, only walking 1. Leo Matsuo will cop the loss. 4 innings of work, 116 pitches, 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 errors. Well done, boys. 6 strikeouts, 8 walks for Leo Matsuo. Zach Murphy did his best. Zach Murphy did his best to keep Baulkham Hills at bay. 3 1/3 innings, 66 pitches, 60% strikes. He was 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. And that game is in the books. Big thank you to everyone joining us all season long. It's been another great year of baseball. Manly just unable to get it done this afternoon. Maybe if it was last week, things might have been different. But you can't control the weather. Don't forget, we do have our presentation on the 10th of April at Aquatic Ballpark. So make sure you get your tickets and join us there. $55, 3-course meal. Make sure you get to that. But once again, thank you to everybody, and we look forward to having you join us in September when the Manly Eagles baseball returns on Eagles Baseball Sports Network. Good night for now.